Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today is a fantastic Friday. We made it to Friday. Today is Friday, May 15th, 2020. We're going to be focusing on lesson 14. If you do not have your packet with you, pause the video, go get your packet, come right back. Welcome to virtual first grade ELA. I hope that you're ready to grow your brain. All right, a few reminders. We are focusing on pages 68, 69, and 70. If you do not have your packet, go get it. Also, today, video chat with Miss Jackson will be today from one will be at 12:30 and the other one will be at 3:45. Ask your parents, Miss, can I be on Miss Jackson's video chat today? If you are going to be a part of my video chat today, you will need between 2 and 3 books, okay? We're going to play a cool scavenger hunt, okay, through these books. Also, a reminder, this is for your parents and yourself. On Monday, you will have an iReady reading assessment on Monday. I will have that video up on Monday showing your parents and yourself how to work through that so that you can do your best, take the test, and I can see how much you've grown your brain. If you have any questions, parents, please give me a call, give me a text, shoot me an email, and I will answer whatever questions it is that you may have. All right. So, shout out to these scholars who had the most iReady minutes. And Ashford, the scholar with the most iReady minutes with 3 hours and 40 minutes, is scholar number 7. The scholar with the most minutes in ISU is scholar number 21 with 38 minutes. Also, the scholar with the most Get Epic minutes. In Ashford, that's scholar number 3 with 37 minutes. And in ISU, that's scholar number 9 with 13 minutes. And then the scholar with the most Grow Our Team points in Ashford is scholar number 19 with 5 Grow Our Team points. And the scholar with the most Grow Our Team points in ISU is scholar number 18 with 4 Grow Our Team points. Those scholars will be receiving something in the mail by next week. I hope you enjoy the prize that you receive. If I shouted you out, I will be reaching out to your parents to get your addresses. Congratulations, scholars. Keep up the good work. And then more shout outs for all of the scholars who logged into iReady, who logged into Get Epic, who submitted assignments this week. For iReady, those scholars in Ashford are scholars number 7, 27, 14, 3, 19, 6, 12, 25, 1, 9, 13, and 24. In ISU, those scholars are scholar number 29, 3, 9, 7, and 21. Keep up the great work, scholars. Again, Ashford has you beat. Scholars in ISU, come on, let's get on iReady. The scholars who logged into Get Epic and received or browsed and looked through some books and took some quizzes and did their best. And Ashford, those scholars are scholar number 25, 24, 27, and 3. And then in ISU, scholars number 7, 13, 3, and 9. Way to go, scholars. Keep up the good work. Now, grow our team points in Ashford. The scholar number 19 had 5 points. Scholars number 1, 3, 7, 8, and 27 had 4 points. Scholar number 25 had 3 points. Scholar number 28 had 2 points. As well as scholars number 24, 17, 15, 14, 13, 12, 9, and 6. Those scholars also had 2 Grow Our Team points. Keep up the good work, scholars. Keep submitting that work. Keep doing your best. Keep pushing yourself, okay? Scholar in ISU, the scholar with the most Grow Our Team points is scholar number 19, that should be 18. Scholar number 18 with 4 Grow Our Team points. And then scholars number 23, 17, 9, and 8 had 2 Grow Our Team points. Please keep up the good work. Please keep submitting your work. You will need to submit work today, okay? Today's work should be submitted as well. Objective. Objective. I will remember the principles of sequencing in instructional writing. We are not going to focus on digraphs and tricky words today. We're going to jump right in it, scholars. Now, today we are going to think about instructional writing, okay? So instructional writing is basically writing instructions to explain how to make or how to do something. When you want the reader to be able to follow those instructions and do the task or job on their own, okay? A very important part in writing instructions is to make sure that the steps are complete, they are clear and concise, and they're in logical order, meaning from first, next, last, okay? It's in order from the beginning all the way to the end. When you have incomplete orders, the person may not know exactly what you want them to do. So today we're going to be working with instructions, focusing specifically on the importance of putting steps in logical order, okay? We cannot miss any steps. This should be easy peasy lemon squeezy for you all. Now it's your turn. We will work through these two together. All right. Now, this is example number 1. Example number 1, taking your shoes off and socks off and putting them back on. So, step number 1, the first thing that you will want to do is take your shoes off. Step number 2, take your socks off. Step number 3, put your shoes back on. Step number 4, put your socks back on. There's a problem there. Okay, I wonder if you can find the problem. Take off your shoes. Okay, I can do that. Then you take off your socks. Okay, I can do that. Now I need to put my shoes on, and then I'm going to put my socks on. So my socks are going to go over my shoes. No, that's not right. So let's erase that number 3 and that number 4. Because we can't put our shoes on before we put our socks on. So the last thing you're going to do is put your shoes on. And before you put your shoes on, you're going to put your socks back on, okay? So you're going to take your shoes off. After you take your shoes off, you're going to take off your socks. After you take off your socks, what are you going to do in order to put your shoes back on? You're going to put your socks back on, and then after your socks are on, you're going to put your shoes back on. That's why it's very important when you're trying to give someone directions and instructions, you're very specific and it's in correct order. If it's not in correct order, something's going to be wrong, okay? Next one. Something will be wrong. I want to see if you can identify the mistake in this example. So example 2 says, reading with a partner. They say first, you're going to take out your readers. Okay. Then second, they say you're going to take turns reading with your partner. And then third, they say you're going to turn to a house in the clouds in your readers. And then fourth, they say you're going to sit with a partner. Now that doesn't make any sense. It's a mix-up somewhere. Let's read it again. The first one says, take out your readers. The next one says, take turns reading with your partner. But what are you going to read? The third one says, turn to a house in the clouds in your readers. And then the fourth one says, sit with a partner. Well, that's all mixed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to work together for the most part and try to see where the mix-up happened and how we can fix it. Now, before we read with our partner, the first thing we need to do is have the material that we need. So in order to read with the partner, what do we need in our hands? If you said take out your readers, let me Put that over here. Take out your readers. That's absolutely correct. That is the first thing that you should do. Take out your readers. Okay. Now, once you have your readers, now what? In order to read with a partner, what do you need to do? Well, you don't know who your partner is, so who do you need to find? And who do you need to sit with? Yes, you're going to sit with your partner. Then, once you have your partner with you, before you start reading with your partner, how do you know what you're supposed to be reading? You turn to A House in the Clouds with your readers. So then you have to figure out, what are we reading together? You and your partner will figure that out together. And then the last thing you and your partner are going to do, you both are going to take turns reading with your partner. Okay? Now that's important. You can't take out your reader and then start reading with your partner if you don't know what you're supposed to read. That's why it's important to give instructions in logical order, okay? It should be in logical ordered number. It has to make sense. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky because you're going to be doing this on your own, okay? I'll walk you through it a little bit, but for the most part, you have to do this on your own, okay? Now, in your packet, you should see page 68 and 69. When Ms. Jackson made these packets, there was supposed to be a blank sheet of paper behind page 69, but there isn't. That blank sheet of paper is on page 70. So instead of cutting this side of the paper over here and gluing it on this side of the paper, can't do that because these two pages are back and front. What you're going to do is cut the first side of paper. Let me put that over there in red. Let me erase this orange so you won't get confused, scholars. What you are going to do, once I can erase this, there we go. What you're going to do, you're going to cut out these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strips. They're all in rectangles. Make sure you stay on the dotted line. If you don't have scissors, then just number it. Which one goes first? Which one goes second? Which one goes third, fourth, and fifth, okay? If you do not have scissors or glue, do not try to cut it out because you need the glue as well. If you do not have scissors and you do not have glue, do not try to cut it out. Do not try to rip it out. All you have to do is number what goes first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. But if you do have scissors and you do have glue, cut these rectangles out. And then on page 70, oh, sorry, Ms. Jackson cannot stay on these lines. This is very challenging. You should cut it better than that, okay? So you're going to cut out those rectangles, all 5 of them, okay? And then on page 70, that is a blank sheet of paper in your packet. It's blank specifically for this lesson. You're going to cut out all 5 of them and then put them in chronological order or logical order. That means in order to where it makes sense. What you are doing is you're going to read these sentences, okay? All of these sentences are some type of directions as to how to plant a seed or plant seeds, okay? They have to make sense. Once you put it in order, take a picture of it. Send it to Miss Jackson. Send a picture to Miss Jackson. That scholar will get 3 Guard team points. If you got it all correct, that scholar will get 5 Guard team points. You have to figure out what's the first thing you need to do in order to plant seeds. I will do you one better, scholars. I will read the sentences to you. You do not have to read them on your own. However, if you would like to challenge yourself, mute it. You don't even have to mute it. Honestly, pause it. Do this entire thing independently and send me the picture, okay? So, sentence, the first image here says, keep the soil moist. The next picture and sentence says, place soil in a pot. After that, it says, make holes in the soil. Next sentence says, close holes, close holes and wet the soil. And then the last sentence in the image says, place the seeds in the holes, 1 seed per hole. Now, if you would like to do this as a family, you can ask your parents, your aunt, your uncle, your grandparents, your siblings to help you put these in chronological order. That's fine, okay? What is the first thing you need to do in order to plant seeds? Do you keep the soil moist? Remember, soil is like the dirt inside of the pot, okay? Do you keep the soil moist? Is that the first thing? Do you place soil in a pot? Is that the first thing? Do you make holes in the soil? Is that the first thing? Do you close holes and wet the soil? Is that the first thing? Or do you place the seeds in the holes, one seed per hole? I'll give you a hint. In order to start planting these seeds, you need something inside of the pot. So the first thing that you are going to do, Ms. Jackson will assist you with this one, only this one now. The first thing that you are going to do is place the soil in the pot. You can't do anything else unless you have the soil in the pot. That's the first thing that you're going to do. Okay? Now I'll tell you the last thing. So now all you have to do is find three things in the middle, in between. Ms. Jackson will give you the first thing. Ms. Jackson will give you the last thing. After you've put the soil in the pot and you've done everything that you needed to do and your seeds are in there and all that good stuff, you have to continue to water this plant. Okay? So what you have to do is keep the soil moist, meaning spray the soil so that the seeds can sprout up, and there we go. There we have a plant. Now you have to find the second thing, the third thing, and the fourth thing. Once you do that, send a picture to Miss Jackson so that you can get credit. Remember, if I get the picture, that's 3 Grow Our Team points for you. If you get it all correct, that's 5 Grow Our Team points for you. I think I said 5. I hope so. 5 Grow Our Team points for you. Okay? Do your best. Keep up the great work, scholars. If you want to make this a family activity, do that. If you don't want to make it, don't. Do your best. And that should take no more than 5 to 7 minutes. Okay? 5 to 7 minutes. Do your best, scholars. You got this. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle time. Well, not really wiggle time. We're gonna read out loud. All right, you're gonna silently read. When you hear the snap, you're gonna read out loud. All right. Thinking. If you said, explain the rules of the game to us, give yourself a point. Silently reading. If you said, can we play today if there is no rain, give yourself a point. Silently reading. If you said, rub your hair, give yourself a point. Silently reading. If you said, put on your coat, give yourself a point. Silently reading. If you said, croak like a toad, give yourself a point. That's it for today, scholars. I challenge you to get on to Get Epic, read 3 books so we can get a next badge. It's been a minute. We haven't gotten a new badge. Make sure you do that so we can get a new badge. I miss you guys. Cannot wait to see you. Hopefully, I'll see you during my video chat today at 12 o'clock and another at 3:45, 12:30. One is at 12:30 and the other one is 3:45. See you next week. Bye.